This recognition is truly a great honor, and I am humbled to stand next to the other 9 accomplished individuals being inducted into the Hall of Fame class of 2017 this weekend. I've also learned just how many are Norwegian Lutherans. I am as well, by the way. South Dakota has produced some unbelievable leaders in business, philanthropy, the arts, politics, and so many other areas. It's by chance my family ended up here, but South Dakota has proven to be the perfect place to launch and operate a business, as well as an amazing place to call home and to raise a family. My life and career have taught me many important lessons, but there are 3 that stand out in my mind. The importance of having faith, the rewards of working hard, and how critical it is to grasp the opportunities in front of you and make the best use of the right people and the right resources to help you succeed. So when I was a teenager on the farm in Minnesota during the early 1980s, the United States was in the middle of an ag crisis, very similar to the situation we're entering in worldwide agriculture today. At that time, corn prices were 30% below the cost of production. Farmers were being paid by the government to set aside 20% of their land to store 20% of their land to store their surplus grain for years at a time, and in addition, being subsidized on every bushel of grain. Farm income and land values plummeted worldwide. Farmers filed bankruptcy and walked away from productive farmland. In fact, I remember many of our neighbors were left no choice but to give up their family farms. The result was a very bleak time for agriculture in the Midwest, which led to a major recession that affected everyone in this country. People began looking to a new opportunity for agriculture, and as a result, biofuels were born. My father was a true pioneer, building one of the first plants on his farm. When we purchased our first commercial-scale biofuel plant in this state 30 years ago, I had no idea that we were planting the seed for an industry that would put South Dakota on the map as a world leader in renewable biofuel production. That first 1 million gallon per year plant had never successfully started up, and it was going to take a lot of work to turn it into a profitable business. So I made the decision to move there at the age of 22 to renovate and manage the plant to operation. I'd never been to South Dakota, and my very first home in the state was actually that plant. I actually slept in the office as we worked to rebuild the facility 7 days a week to get it running successfully and market the products that came from it. At that time, I was working simply to make enough money to put food on the table for my young family. And eventually, through many long hours, late nights, and a little bit of elbow grease, we got the plant running profitably and began to expand. Soon we were launching new companies to design, build, manage, and market dozens of plants throughout the Midwest. Even then, as a young man full of dreams, I had no idea how much of an impact the biofuels industry would have on agriculture, South Dakota, the Midwest, and eventually the world. And just as we created biofuels to pull the U.S. out of the 1980s ag recession, we will once again need to call on biofuels to expand in the coming years to lift agriculture out of its present oversupply situation. A lot has changed since those early days, but the core values remain the same. The strong work ethic, innovative spirit, and sheer determination to make a difference are what continue to drive POET and the entire biofuels industry today. I've been fortunate to see firsthand how much this industry has progressed and grown over the past 3 decades. The development of billions of annual dollars of biofuels and co-products like protein and corn oil have had a dramatic impact on South Dakota, the U.S., and the worldwide economy. POET today, headquartered in Sioux Falls, has grown to 28 plants across 7 states, including 6 plants in South Dakota that create or support 4,500 jobs. We process 5% of the U.S. corn crop and produce 1.8 billion gallons of biofuels annually, 10 billion pounds of distillers grain that feed livestock around the world, and 550 million pounds of corn oil that we convert to biodiesel. How's that for something exciting? Biofuels as a byproduct of biofuels. This industry has lowered worldwide gas prices, improved air quality in our large cities, created a high-quality, low-cost source of protein, lowered our carbon footprint, and enhanced our national security. I'd like to thank the countless people who have supported and helped drive POET's mission throughout the years. This is truly an honor for all of us. I'd also like to thank all my friends, family, and colleagues in attendance today, the South Dakota Hall of Fame, its board of directors, and those who nominated me for this incredible honor. How I got where I am today goes right back to those small decisions early in my life. having faith in God to guide me, and surrounding myself with gifted, passionate people who look at the world and truly want to make a difference. I want to thank my wife, Tammy, our 3 children. Again, I mentioned earlier, the wife is a tremendous role in your life, and my wife has been there every step of the way. And I'm proud to be one of the founders of such a unique and important industry right here in South Dakota. And I want to thank once again the board for nominating me and electing me to this position. Thank you, and God bless.